Peace and blessings, family. I really do not know what's happening. This is my third time logging in, so we'll see. If we get cut off, I'll try another spot and see if that works. But again, I hope that everybody's having an amazing day. I hope that you have enjoyed your day today. Hi, Nina, again. It keeps cutting me off, so I don't know. But, we're going to keep going. We're going to keep trying. So again, for those of you that know me, hello. Hi, Vanessa. For those of you that don't, my name is Jessica Black. I'm a motivational speaker and a life coach. My focus is leadership development and personal development. I've been on the ground doing this work for 20 years, and as a result, I've been able to support thousands of people in gaining clarity in their thoughts, leading to setting goals, creating their goals, executing those goals, which have led to increased happiness. Right? We can all agree when we know where we're going and what we're doing, we are happy. I've also been able to coach people into really claiming, owning, stepping in, and standing in their own power. I've been able to support people in developing leadership skills that have enhanced the ability to obtain, maintain managerial positions, start their own businesses, director level positions, all kind of things. Welcome to the Level Up Show. The Level Up Show is a place where we aim to unlock potential, unleash power, motivate, inspire, and ignite your fire. I am so excited about today's conversation. So for those of you that don't know, I'm in a whole entire bliss because my birthday was Saturday and I just turned 40, and I'm excited about turning 40. And so some of that energy is carrying over to the show, just so you know. Hi, Anita. How are you? It's good to see you here. All right. So today we're going to be talking about elevate your perspective. Our perspectives in life, we got to level up. We got to elevate our perspectives. And so I want to talk about that today. I know in the beginning we had a conversation about, are you flying too low? And so now we need to be talking about like what is our perspective on where we are in life personally. And so we're going to try to aim to elevate that. All right, before we get started, let's go into the village laws. All right. So, number one, please respect everybody's opinions, challenge people, not the ideas. We have to remember we're all in different places in life. Also, engage in the lives, comment, ask questions, share your thoughts, success, and opportunities or challenges. I really don't like using challenges. I have to find a different word. Talk to me because I talk back. All right, so we are going to do a competition at the end of this. So I want to take an opportunity to ask people to tag people in here who you think could benefit from these conversations. Share this, start a watch party on your page. When we finish when I look at the live, I'm going to look and see who has the most shares, and then I'll be in your inbox. Hopefully I'll be able to, I'll send you a Cash App for the winner, the person who shares it the most, the person who invites the most people to the show. So I'm going to give you a minute to do that. Hi, Oliver. How are you? Thank you, Vanessa. It feels so epic. I love it. So we are just, giving a moment for people to tag other people in, to start watch parties. The person who shares the post the most, share it to groups. You're going to get a Cash App at the end. So I'll be able to see who shared it the most. Last week's winner was Nikki Murphy. She shared it the most last week. So let's see who's going to win this week. Hi, Bruce. How are you? I am doing excellent. Thank you very much for asking. All right, so let's get into it. I am so excited about today. I clearly, I'll be having my notes and stuff, but things go off in different ways. But I wanted to share with you all that it is time for us to elevate our perspectives. This is a time where something is birthing. Right? So although the world is in a time where things are being shut down, and sometimes physically we can't see things. So there's the invisible world, the spiritual world, however people want to define it for themselves. But something is birthing. And so you got to get ready. You got to get ready. This is a time where you should be getting ready so that your hard work can meet opportunity. Many people we've been having this conversation about purposes and callings and all of those kind of things. There's stuff that you're supposed to be doing right now. There's stuff that you've been called to do, and you're letting fear hold you back from that. And we all have let fear hold us back from walking in our purpose. But now is not the time. You don't want to miss it. And so there's a birthing right now. So I don't know if people, I'll just explain it. It's almost like when a woman is pregnant. So to be pregnant with something is not just you being pregnant with a baby. You can be pregnant with an idea. You can be pregnant with a thought. You can be pregnant with an action, to be honest. It's up to you what you do with that. So in this process right now, there is something that is cooking up. There's a level of preparation that people need to be doing for themselves so that they can get to where it is they need to be. This is the time where you should be doing your research. This is the time where you should be doing your studies. This is the time where you should not be walking in fear, but you should be walking in faith. This is the time to step out. And so when we elevate our perspectives, it means that we don't worry about what other people's perceptions are of us. A lot of times you stop doing what it is that you need to do for yourself because you're worried about other people. I'm going to give you an example. In 2013, I had this vision. I had this vision to come on to Facebook, to start to talk, do these motivational talks. I have done this work my entire life. I've always done it very personable, very one-to-one, and I was afraid. I let fear stop me for 7 years. 7 years getting on here and moving forward, not being willing to make the mistakes, being afraid, worried about who wants to listen to me, or why would people care what I have to say? And it really stopped me, and it blocked my blessings, right? Because I didn't listen. When I finally did listen, all type of doors started to open, right? All type of doors started to open. So I just want to encourage you that in this season right now, step out there on faith. Don't move in fear. Do the thing that is inside of you that you are supposed to be doing. We have to be willing to be uncomfortable. That's a big one. A lot of us are okay with settling for safe. You can't settle for safe, because then you have to ask yourself the question, what is really safe, right? Is safe actually about safety, or is safe about complacency? Anytime that you are very, very comfortable in what you are doing, that means that you're not growing. So you have to disrupt some things and get uncomfortable and be willing to do whatever it is that is existing inside of your own belly. You have to be willing to do that by any means necessary, which means that you have to get out your own way, number one. Number two, you have to, again, not worry about what everybody else thinks, because everybody's not going to be in alignment with what your vision is for you. There are going to be people who doubt you, but that's why you got to have self-love, and your self-love has to be stronger than any level of doubt that anybody else is going to bring. People can only see your life from their limited view of life, from their experience, right? Because life and our life experiences are really our teachers. And so you can only take somebody as far as you've gone. So don't get discouraged when somebody else doesn't believe in your vision. That's an opportunity for you to continue to move forward. That's an opportunity for you to elevate yourself. So just step out of that. Step out of that. Hi, Lady Bird. Good to see you. Hi, Christino. Good to see you as well. So you really have to take this thing around fear, and you have to understand it. When you operate in fear, it literally stops you from thinking. It blocks your frontal cortex. It stops you from thinking, and people freeze and people get stuck. You got to have courage. Now is the time for people to have courage. Step up to the plate and do that thing. Step out there on faith. Don't let fear, doubt, other people, negative thoughts, negative thinking stop you from grabbing your blessings in life, because they're out here, right? I've been telling you guys for a couple of weeks. Well, this is probably the second week. I am going to share with you all in a manifestation packet, literally how I was able to manifest my dreams into reality. Part of me turning 40 years old, I said to myself, I said, you know what? I want to have $8,000 a month in residual income. That's money that I don't have to do a whole lot of hard work for. But I believed in myself that, you know what, you can do this. And now I'm going to put this package together so I can show you how to do it. So you have to start off with a can-do attitude. We got to eliminate this should be like this could be like that, and you have to be firm in what your goals are and going for them. You have to be firm. And it's okay to fall. We always talk about that. You're gonna make mistakes. That's part of success. That's how you learn, right? If I didn't get on here and mix up my words, if I didn't get on here like today in the live cut off 3 times, you know, I wouldn't be sharing the gifts that have been given to me with you all, right? I would be stuck. I would still be in a box. But it's bigger than a box. This is a world. This is your life. You are worth the investment in you. You are worth it. This year has been completely amazing. When I started manifesting things, the first thing that started off was a car. I wanted a car, and I got it. The second thing was in my regular job. Really, you know, I wanted us as a community to be able to win the campaign that we won, and we did it. And so this stuff is real. Like, I see tangible results from this. And there's more, but I don't want to tell everything. So yeah, so you do have to, you have to be okay with not being popular. You have to be okay with, you know, not fitting in. You know, you have to be okay with these awkward moments. You have to be okay with disappointment, because you got to remember everything happens for a reason, right? So if everything happens for a reason, sometimes those things are happening for you to grow, for you to develop, for you to learn, right? Because they're going to benefit your future. We also talked a couple of weeks ago about how sometimes we want $1 million right now, but we don't have $1 million mindset. And if we got the $1 million right now, we wouldn't know what to do with it. So this is why those mistakes or those things that appear to be failures are important, because it builds our endurance. It builds our muscle, right? We got to stretch. We got to build our capacity. It's almost like, people say this all the time, like, you know, you'll get blessings that your cup will runneth over, or you'll get blessings that you can't receive. Well, before you get blessings that you can't receive, you got to put yourself in a process so that you're expanding and you're building your capacity. That means you got to stretch you. That means that when that voice inside of you is telling you to go left, you got to go left even though you want to go right. You have to push. You have to push. This is that birthing process, right? You have to push. You're going in labor, so you have to push your way through. You have to press your way through. On the days that you don't want to do whatever it is, if it's reading, if it's having conversations with people, if it's you know, actually physically getting out and doing something that you need to do, you're gonna have to find the energy inside of you and push so that you can press your way to your mark. Now is the time. The time is right now. And so let me see some hearts if you feel me on that. That now is the time. Now is the time for you to push. Now is the time for you to press your way. Now is the time. Now is the time for you to answer your call. Now is the time. The thing that's birthing inside of you, you got to push. You got to go through those labor pains. A lot of times we want microwavable results. We're not going to get microwavable results. We got to do the work. We got to do the work. And you will be surprised once you start actually doing the work, how much more you will attract, how much more will come to you, how much the help will come. The right people will show up in the right places at the right time. But you got to have that faith. It's like a faith factor, right? You got to have that faith, and you got to have that belief to just keep on moving. So you got to elevate your perspective. So when we're talking about elevating your perspective, that means that it's about believing in you. You got to believe that you can do the thing. When I was younger, they had this thing in school. Basically, they would say, your mind is a pearl. You can do anything in the world. And I always remembered that. I can do anything in the world. I didn't always believe it, but now I do. I could do anything in the world, and you can too. But you got to believe in you. You got to be willing to make that investment inside of yourself. All right, so we're going to talk about a couple of tips and tools to be able to elevate your perspective. Number one, we already said it. Yes, you got to do the work. Number one, believe in yourself and your abilities. If you don't believe in your ability to be able to do something, it's not going to happen. What you think is what comes into your reality. So you have to figure out for yourself how to get through that, how to work through that, how to get over that. You got to believe in you, and you got to believe in your abilities. Look at Tyler Perry. Look at all the no's that he tells people that he received. He received so many no's, and it took that one yes. But in the path of receiving those no's, that's where you build resiliency. That's where you build endurance. You learn something new, you come back, you try it again. There's nothing wrong with that. Number two, you got to think of the bigger picture. Sometimes we get stuck in thinking in just the immediate and what things look like right now, but you're not working in just the right now. You're working towards something in the future. So if you're working towards something in the future, you got to make sure that you're always keeping the bigger picture in mind, right? A lot of times when we're elevating our perspective, where we start clearly is not where we finish. So how we see things today, and you could just look at your own life. How you seen things when you were 20 years old, at 25, you don't see them that way. And so this is the same level of resilience and endurance that you're building as you're reaching for your goals currently today. So you got to elevate your perspective, elevate your mindset in order to elevate and level up your life. You got to change your mindset. You got to change the way you think. So when you walk into situations, you walk in saying, I can do this. I will do this. You start to change the way that you talk about what it is that you're going to do. You start to change your environment. You start to change the people around you. Everybody is not going to be able to go. And those people who are looking down on you, that's okay, because there's a blessing in that too. Right? So there's people who don't believe in you. That's okay. It's not meant for them to. It's all right. This ain't for everybody, right? You're not for everybody. However, there's something that you get from that too. You get strength. You learn how to deal with difficult people. You know how to work through adversity in the face of adversity. You learn how to move forward. A lot of us, now want to start our own businesses, right? So you're going to have to learn how to deal with those things anyways. You're going to have to learn how, when you have an idea, somebody might try to shoot your idea down. It's just not for them. Your gift is not for everybody. Everybody's not going to be able to go, and that's okay, because the whole time while they're shooting you down, there's something in you that's lifting you up. And this is why you have to make the initial investment, and you can't depend on other people to do it for you, because other people will fail you every time. All right, the third thing is show gratitude. We have to be grateful from where we are. We also have to change our mindsets from a mindset of lack, talking about what we don't have. Value what you do have. Be grateful for it. Be boldly out loud about it. I don't know, again, how everybody practices, but for me, before I roll out of bed in the morning, I am like, thank you. I'm praying. I'm saying, thank you. Thank you for waking me up this morning. Thank you. I am so grateful for this. When my feet hit the floor, thank you that I got a roof over my head. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you for my kitchen table. Thank you for my children. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Just showing gratitude and truly being grateful for the things that are around me. Once you start to show gratitude, it opens up the door for more. But you have to be grateful in the moment for what you do have. The fourth tip is to eliminate, we talked about this, but eliminate the should mentality and adopt the I can do mentality. And then the fifth tip is really about pushing yourself. challenging yourself. You can't be afraid. Don't be scared. Don't be scared to get your blessing. Don't be scared of it. You got to push yourself. You got to go through some things. When you go through some things, in order to get to some things, you actually value the process more. So that idea of gratitude, you'll really be grateful for the work that you've done. You'll really be grateful for being able to have those struggles, right? If you think back in your own life, what are some struggles that you can relate to right now that you are excited that you went through because of the lessons learned that came out of them? Right? So anytime you're working towards goals, it's the same thing. Show me some hearts if you feel me. Hi, Jessica. Hi, Henry. Oh, the wind is breaking up my words. Thank you, Vanessa. You know, the reception up here is bad, because it kicked me off 3 times too. So drop something in the comments so I can know if you hear me, if you can hear me. Okay, thank you. Yeah, thank you. Just let me know when it breaks up so I can know where to go back to. What I'll do though, just in case, is I'll go back through the 5 tips, right? And I'll do a brief recap of what we're talking about. So basically what we're talking about is we're talking about elevating our perspectives on life, right? In order for us to level up anywhere, we got to elevate. We got to elevate the way we think. We got to elevate our environment. We got to elevate how we see things. That's what your perspective is, how you see things. So we have to elevate that. And so we talked about the importance of being willing to be uncomfortable. Anytime that you're growing, you're not comfortable. So being uncomfortable, we have to be willing to make mistakes. We have to be willing to get out of our own way. We can no longer settle for just being safe and being stuck, because then you have to ask yourself the question, what is stuck? Thank you, Vanessa. What is safe? You have to ask yourself that question. We have to learn to be unapologetically ourselves and be willing to respect and love all of our shortcomings. We also talked about right now is a time where it is a birthing season. There is something inside of you that you are supposed to be doing. There is something inside of you that you're supposed to be building. However, a lot of us run up against the wall of fear, but we need to lead with faith. So people get afraid and they don't follow through on their dreams, their ambition, their goals, or they allow other people's perspectives to stop them from going. So we're saying that in the face of adversity and being uncomfortable, we're willing to not be liked the most. We're willing to be pushed. We're willing to not be popular. This not for everybody. We're willing to keep pushing in the face of adversity. And then, we're willing to receive disappointment. It's okay. All of those no's build strength in you. We also talked about how everything happens for a reason, and it's in preparation for your season. So when you get those no's, no's are never hard no's. Look for the lesson and keep moving. Sometimes when those doors shut, another one is open. That door wasn't for you to go through. Hold on one second. I hear a motorcycle. That door wasn't for you to go through. We a lot of times those are blessings for us, right? And we don't realize that they're blessings, but we just look at the door that was shut. We got to elevate our perspective. Thank you for shutting that door. That wasn't for me. I dodged a bullet. Thank you. And move on to the next thing. We also talked about, this is a big one, especially when you're in leadership. I had to learn this too. Risk. Sometimes when you're trying to get to your destination, you're going to risk making other people uncomfortable. Now, that's principled. So you're not stepping on other people's toes or anything like that. But I can remember being in jobs, not really knowing and seeing my own intellect or my level of intelligence, and other people being able to see that. And as I grew and developed, then they became afraid. So when you're called to do something, when you're on your way to a destination because you're walking in your purpose to fulfill your destiny, there are going to be some people around you who are uncomfortable, but that is not about you. That is completely about them. You got to keep moving. You got to keep your eye on the mark. You got to keep your vision on point, which is why it's important to pay attention to that bigger picture. Because sometimes when people are in those situations, it's an opportunity for them to grow as well. So you may be uncomfortable with my growth and with my development. At the same time, it can encourage you. So I'm not going to stop to make you feel comfortable. I'm going to get to my destination. Right? All right. And then we went through tips and tools. Now I'm going to say these slow because I've been told that I go through these too fast. Number one, believe in yourself and your abilities, right? So you have to make sure that you're believing in you. Number two, always be thinking of the bigger picture. We can't run around with these small minds that just look at right now. We have to be focused on something larger. Show gratitude. Show gratitude for everything, for all that you do. When you show gratitude is a code. A lot of people don't know it. So when people think about manifestation or bringing things into your life, and it sounds like such a mystery, gratitude will open doors for you. It will open a lot of doors for you. Being grateful for what you do have, being grateful for the moment, being grateful in the experience. Hi Destiny. Hi Nikki. The fourth tool is eliminate the should mentality and adopt a I can do mentality. Sometimes people sit back and do reflection in life and they be like, this should be like this, or I should do this, or I should go do this. No, do it. Eliminate the should mentality. The should mentality leads you into a negative path every time. You'll be disappointed every time. Do the I can do. I can do this. I'm going to get this. I will get this mentality. And don't do the could mentality. We have to figure out how to live life with no regrets. So those shortcomings that exist within us, when we do something, we have to just look for the lesson and grow from that. The last one is to expand your capacity and push. So we got to make sure that we are expanding our capacity. The only way to grow is to push yourself, is to step up to the challenges. This is how you build your muscle. You know, people talk a lot of times about building a hustle, right? But you can have a hustle that makes absolutely no money. You can have a hustle that gets you absolutely nowhere because you didn't take time to build your muscle, to expand yourself, right? We don't want to just build a hustle. We want to build empires, right? So we got to be thinking real big. And when you think real big, there's going to be challenges. And when those challenges come, embrace those challenges. Embrace them. Take all of those lessons learned. Get through them, right? Get through them. They're worth it. They're worth it in the end. And so those are the 5 tips and tools today. We were talking about elevating your perspective, changing how you see things. It's really like, don't be small-minded. If you're going to be small-minded, expect small things. If you, I seen somebody post in here, dream big. Yeah, dream real big and go get it. So, does anybody have any questions, comments? Was there a big aha moment in this for you that you want to talk about? You can, if you want to come onto the screen, if I'm able to bring you, you can look in the bottom of your phone and you can just request to come in. There's these signs that look like 2 people. If you're unable to do it, you can put a 1 in the comments and then I'll try to bring you in. But is there anything that people want to share at this point? Questions, comments, anything? Okay. I think I just had to allow it to share. So let me see. But I don't see anybody has the ability to do that. So I know sometimes I move fast, so I'm going to slow down just to see if there's anything, any questions anybody has, anything anybody wants to add to the conversation. If something out here today was a blessing to you, do you want to share it? No, Nina, you did not miss it. This thing kept going. It bumped me out 3 times. Okay. Well, if we don't have any questions or comments, as usual, the tips and tools will be listed throughout the week inside of the Level Up group. And if you have questions, feel free to ask. All right, with that being said, you all have a good night. And thank you. I appreciate you for taking the time out to listen in. Thank you. I love being 40, brother. I know I just turned it, but it feels good. Thank you so much. Okay. Well, you all have a great week, and I will see you all next Tuesday. Bye. Oh, what's the no, Nina? I really was about to end this, but I know it'd be lagging. Did you have something you want to say, Nina? Oh, no, I couldn't see your messages, but I'll wait. Go, you can do it. Send them again. No, they didn't come through. I got time. You can just add them and I'll wait and see. Oh, okay. So do you have a plan? That's really good. Okay. Well, Nina, I'll send you a link, and we can schedule time to sit down and talk if you want. Or do you want to come into the live? And also, I don't know if you've been, but you can also schedule time on my website. It's www.jessika, Jessika, Black, BLACK, and you can click on, I think it says discovery call. I don't know if you're still typing the messages. I don't know. The last one is just the one that says not sure what direction to move. Okay. You can also, Nina, you can feel free to just hit me up in the inbox, and I'll send you a link, and we can get on the calendar, because I don't know, the messages stopped coming through again. Hi, Tamara, how are you? So I don't see any more. So, all right, you all. Well, have a good evening. And again, if your messages were not able to come through, you could feel free to comment on this or just send me a message in the inbox. And we can move forward from there. But for this week, keep your mind focused and make sure that you are elevating your perspective. The tips and tools will be out in the private Level Up group throughout the week to help remind you of some things you can do in order to elevate your perspective. You all have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful evening, and I look forward to seeing you all next Tuesday. Bye.